Welcome to the world of manifestation and energetic laws. And I want to talk to you today about the law of assumption because it's such a fun law with manifestation, because basically whatever you assume, you manifest. What are they? How do you know you're doing it? How do you know which ones are yours? How do you know which ones are active? It can be mind-blowing in the world of manifestation. So I want you to take a really big, deep breath. I got you covered. I got you covered. We are going to dive deep into not only what assumptions are, easier than you think. We use assumptions all day long. We just don't realize it. So for example, if you're in your house and you decide you have to go run to the store, until you get out to the garage or the driveway, there's the assumption that your car is in the garage or driveway. And then it becomes a wish fulfilled when you go to the car and it's there. So all day long, we're assuming what it is that we're going to be doing prior to doing it very, very quickly. But when we talk about manifesting and using assumptions, we're talking about that bigger, broader world of energy that you're operating in. What are your foundational assumptions? So in the Invincible CEO, we call them actually energetic foundational assumptions. And then we personalize them. We call them PEFAs, personal energetic foundation assumptions. What I'm going to do in this video is help you with the personal energetic foundation assumptions, how you can create a list of assumptions that you are operating in all day long. And it goes with self-concept, self-identity, and it helps you speed up this manifestation process, because we've said it many, many times. You can't get it wrong, but you can make it long. And that's when you have opposing assumptions within yourself. When you want something, but you think you can't have it, or you asked for something and it's not here yet. They're two very different assumptions. So when you take a moment and actually sit down and ask yourself, who are you? What is it that you want? And how quickly do you want it? We can start building foundation with these personal energetic foundational assumptions. So stick with me, because I'm going to not only explain what these are to you, but I created a video over a year ago because I'm always asked, Dede, what are your personal energetic foundation assumptions that you operate in? Since, I seem like I got this manifestation thing down pat. But the really, really wonderful thing about this is that it's an ongoing list. So I'm going to share with you my personal energetic foundation assumptions. I'm going to share with you how you can get your hands on my course, literally called Personal Energetic Foundational Assumptions. So stick with me here, because once you understand how to do this, and I'm going to get you started here, and the course is going to take it to the next level. And here's the really fun thing about the course. You get to name your price. You get to name your price. So if you want to get the course for $1, you can name your price for $1, and boom, you're in. And once we walk through this today, and then you hop over into the course and you actually make a list of your assumptions, and then I teach you how to activate, align, and anchor them in. So if this is something that you are excited about or you want to learn more, stick till the end. I'm going to get it started here, and then immediately you can get the course and jump right in. And not only do you get the course, but you get the free manifestation community that we can discuss all the things that you're now discovering about yourself. And we have beautiful 3-day challenges. So thank you for being here. Welcome back, or welcome to the Invincible CEO YouTube channel, where we help you manifest with ease, because manifestation is simple, easy, and fun. And I know that for the most part, you have this inquiring mind that wants to learn what manifestation is about, even though you've been manifesting naturally 24/7 your whole entire life. But when you become a conscious creator, it gets really, really exciting. But if you allow the conscious mind to come in too heavy, it can start to make manifestation a chore. And that's where you sometimes get frustrated and stuck. So my name is Dede Povernick, and I am the Invincible CEO. And I am the best, most fun, amazing, new, old, been around forever manifestation coach that you're ever going to need, because the buck stops here, literally, because this is your world to have fun with. This is your manifestation world to enjoy, to expand, to explore. because I want to see you win. I want to see you win big, and I want to see you win all the time. So I am always giving you everything I got so that you can see how easy this is. And it's so easy that when I explain it the easy way, the conscious mind can't comprehend it. But let's dive in right here, right now. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to bring up the video from last year that I made of my personal energetic foundational assumptions. And we're going to go through them one by one so that, number one, you can understand what they are, why I chose them and created them, and how I activate, align, and anchor them within me. I'm going to let the introduction play from the video. Welcome to my personal energetic foundational assumption video. I've been asked to share my personal energetic foundational assumptions that I use to know and create my physical reality to fulfill my heart's desires. These assumptions are my strength and foundation. When anchored, very little effort or action is needed. I am constantly living in an appreciative, satisfying state of my wish fulfilled, and I share these with you so that you too can experience the same. Enjoy. I am the star in my universe. Okay, I want to start with this first one here. And even though the assumptions can be in any order, I always like to start with an assumption where I'm the center dot, I'm the ground zero, and I am the star of my universe. So that would be no different to me than if I was a star of a TV show or a star of the movie, that the whole TV show or movie kind of revolves around the main character. So every day I remind myself that I am the star of my universe and that everything and everyone is here to help me unfold my wish fulfilled. So this is very powerful for me. And in the course, I take you through each one of these foundational assumptions so that if you want to adopt them for yourself, I really break down in detail what that means and how you can activate, align, and anchor each one of these assumptions into your reality. On to the next one. Everyone in my universe loves and adores me. Okay, so this is a really deep assumption. This gets into self-concept, because if I'm the creator of my reality and I'm creating all of this, why would I create a universe where I'm not loved and adored? And it doesn't matter whether it's my personal family, it doesn't matter if it's my neighborhood or on YouTube. I truly believe that everyone that I interact with and interacts with my videos, my business, my family, my children, loves and adores me. And what's really important about this foundational assumption is because I love and adore myself. I'm not asking ever for anyone outside of me to do something for me that I'm not already doing for myself. That's really powerful. My universe always generously 10-ups me. Okay, I live in a very abundant universe. So whatever, if I'm giving $10, I expect 10 times 10 in return. Or whatever it is that I'm giving out, I always expect it to be more. I have a universe that loves to 10-up me, and it surprises me all the time. So I'm very excited about this assumption but here's the really important thing about this type of an assumption. I'm not doing stuff to get it back 10-upped towards me. It's just something that I've noticed that happens. Whatever I give comes back to me so much more. And sometimes it's exact, like if I give $10, I get $10 back. But sometimes I give $10 and I get $100 back. But it's not always about the money or the transaction. It's about the feel. It's about the energy. So I'm always thinking of this in energetic terms. Every moment is perfect, and I am perfect in every moment. And when you are going deep into the now moment and you realize that all that's happening is happening and how perfect it is, because the now moment doesn't need any thought. So it's only after the fact that we come in with a thought or a judgment on what happened, good, bad, or indifferent. So if I'm pure perfection right here, right now, there's nothing for me to improve. There's nothing for me to fix. And same thing with my now moment. So in that, it created a sub-assumption that says I've never made a bad choice in my whole entire life, because then I'm not putting out fires of an old reality. Money flows easily to me and through me. And this is something where I live in an abundant universe. Wherever I look around, there's an abundance of grass. There's an abundance of flowers. There's an abundance of hair on my dog, and they are fluffing. I have chows, and they are starting to blow their coat. So there is more than an abundance of hairs. But whenever I go into the supermarket, there's abundance everywhere. There's an abundance of kids playing at the playground, abundance of cars on the highway. So I just keep reminding myself over and over again how abundant things are and how easily it flows to me. And therefore, it takes the importance off of money. So it's meant to come through me so that I can put it back out there and keep this beautiful flow going. I always receive what I desire quickly. And it's kind of very similar to I always get what I ask for plus more, but things happen quick. Because if I'm the creator of my reality and I can have anything I want, why would I ask for something and keep it pushed off for months or years in the future when I can have it now? But I have it now within me first. So that's really, really powerful. I always get what I ask for plus more. My dreams and desires always come true with ease. My dreams and desires always come true with ease because this is, again, all here for my unfolding. So whether it's a dream that I just have today or one that I've had for a little bit, I allow it to unfold in its natural way, and it comes quicker that way than in the way that I think it should be coming. But sometimes they do match up. My energetic bubble embraces the law of 1010 for me and all that interacts with me. So the law of 1010 is something that I created as a ninth degree Reiki Grandmaster. And what that is I set up my energy, and I set up my energy so that you can take as much of it as you need. And as your coach, I hold this beautiful space for you to take these amazing bungee jumps and hold the space, because when you tell me you want something, this is your desire, I never waver. I'm not in your story. I'm not bound by your wobble back and forth. So if you say you want $1 million, I never let that go for you. So the law of 1010 states that you can take as much of my energy because it automatically replenishes, but whatever you bring to me, you can expect 10 times 10 to the 10th degree. So if you're coming into my world and you're bringing love and you're bringing abundance and you're bringing joy, then once you're in my energy, very exponential to the 10th degree. But it also works, and this is a really great way to keep out the negative energy or those that aren't quite ready for what I'm offering, that I'm going to be too much. I'm going to feel overwhelming to them, because I don't want you to come into my energy with this law of 1010 and try to bring in stuckness or negativity, because that's going to unfold for you 10 times 10. So it's a really great way that when you set up your energy this way, and this is what I teach in my courses, that once you know that you've anchored this energy in, and this is who you are, because this is all self-concept, that you don't have to worry about who's coming to you, because people present their best selves, because it's the sense of the energy. My energy presents itself to you before you even know what's going on. And automatically people present their best selves, and it benefits them and me because they get that 10 times 10 times 10 to the 10th degree. So that's what the law of 1010 is in a nutshell. I always receive amazing discounts. I always receive amazing discounts, whether it's marked on the price tag, or even if it's not, by the time I get to the register, it's always marked down, and it's marked down in amazing ways. And this is just like one of those little fun ones I throw in there. My new reality presents its offers to me in the most amazing ways. And this is where, this assumption is all about, I think it could come in X, Y, and Z way, and sometimes it does, but I'm always open to my mind showing it to me in a way that I haven't imagined, not that I could never imagine, because my subconscious mind is showing me how I imagine, because it's showing up in a way that I never thought of, but really I did, because how would I recognize it when it shows up? So it's sort of like that little fun paradoxical thing. And I'm really excited because it always finds me. Very rarely do I have to go looking for it. People always pay me more than I ask for in deep appreciation. I get tips. I get gifts. whether it's gifts of time, gifts of money. I've had the wildest gifts coming when people found out that I loved unicorns. I think for like a 2-3 year period, when anybody saw anything unicorn, they either sent me a picture of it or they actually got it and sent it to me. So I've had like unicorn yoga calendars and unicorn tape dispensers, you name it, especially if it was a rainbow unicorn. So I absolutely love this. And I do the same back when I'm going and I'm using somebody else's services, because this, again, I have to be what I want to see in the world. So I'm always giving a little extra to those that I'm interacting with. And I always love to over deliver. So this is really about the law of over delivery. And I absolutely love having this as a personal assumption. I feel satisfied in every moment in the perfection of the moment. Goes back to the other one where I'm perfect in every moment and every moment's perfect, but this one's more about the satisfaction, right? So if I stub my toe and I'm like, and then I realize, oh, that's the perfect moment of satisfaction for stubbing your toe. Because if you find the satisfaction in what you would not want, even though it's what's happening, because once it's happening, it's the quickest way to relieve yourself from that situation. Each moment is brand new, and I am brand new in every moment. Therefore, each moment is the first time. And we've shared this before on the channel, that you've never brushed your teeth the same way twice, because you've never had the same teeth and you've never had the same toothbrush, and every moment is brand new. But even if we took it more at a logical, practical standpoint, biologically, you have cells dividing, you have food digesting, you have hair growing. Your body is in constant flux. So every second you're changing. You technically, physically have not been the same you for more than a split second. Free will is the now moment portal that allows me to jump to a new reality script. Every now moment has its own portal. And I know we see a lot of, astrology portals and this special day portals. Every moment you're shifting. So every moment is this portal, and how you jump from one reality to the other is the choice that you make in the now moment. It's really, really simple. And I love this one because it reminds me how easy manifestation is, that you don't have to wait for a certain date on the calendar or the moon to be full or gone, or a certain horoscope season, right? It's now. Stop putting things off. So this kind of reminds me just to stay right here, right now, this beautiful assumption. My new reality offers seek me out and offer themselves to me. And as I mentioned earlier, I very rarely, once I decide that I want something, and I put this in, this is a foundational assumption that's really, really powerful. It doesn't mean that I don't get up and take action, but very rarely is that needed. Like, opportunities and people are always dropping in my lap. And I'm the one, when somebody's approached, do they know someone, they think of me right away. The majority of my business prior to blowing up the YouTube channel has been through referrals. So this is something that's really anchored deep within me. It's made life so much easier. It's made business so much easier. And a lot of times when things are offered to me, if they're not my thing, I know who to pass them on to, because I've created this amazing network while this is all happening. I am being led by a life story I consciously choose in a reality of my heart's desire. I make sure that I make my choices consciously. It doesn't mean that I don't go into autopilot from time to time, but when there is a really big decision to be made, I make sure that I'm present right here, right now, so that when something shows up, and I'll know right away, I didn't choose this. Now, sometimes things show up I don't choose, and it's absolutely wonderful. But if there's a reality that's showing up, and that's not what I've chosen, I don't get sucked into the script because I know what I chose. So this is a really powerful assumption right there. I can wake up into a new physical reality, or it can morph in front of my eyes or change when I turn around to play with it. What I love about this assumption is things can change like that. And a lot of times it will change like that. So sometimes I'll go into a meditation, and I've talked about this on the channel, that when I come out of the meditation or resting as awareness, I know I'm in my new reality that I've chosen. Absolutely, when I go to sleep at night, I know every morning I wake up, I'm in a very familiar template. It looks like the old reality, but I know automatically I'm in a new reality, and it hasn't presented itself to me because, like I said in the assumption prior, it will eventually show itself to me. And I wait to be pulled by the reality instead of jumping up and trying to figure out what I need to do today to make things work. So, or, I can be just, my mind distracts me all the time. There'll be a noise over here, and then I'll look over here and something shows up, like, because it almost doesn't want to morph it right in front of me, if that makes sense. So this assumption is all about how quickly things can change just like that. I love to find Easter eggs hidden in my physical reality by my higher self to help me collapse new offerings into my new reality. So if you look for evidence, right, not proof, but evidence. So, when you play certain video games, there's Easter eggs, or if you watch a certain series, like if the actor was in a previous series and they do a little throwback type of thing in the new series, and you get it because, you're in the know, those who know, that's what this is. Like, there's constant Easter eggs being given to you by your mind to let you see and let it know how all in you are with your new reality. So this is a really fun one. This is a lot of surprises. And it really goes really great with the, oh, there you are technique. I am an energetic reality, mental reality, and physical reality billionaire. I mean, this is a go big and go home kind of assumption. So if you're going to do this, let's do this, right? And what's really cool about this is it gets you play with that energetic reality first, right? Because everything comes through energy, then comes through mind, then becomes physical reality. We've talked about that in other videos. So when you're trying to bring something into your physical reality, you play with it at the energetic level because it's undeniable. It is and it isn't. So you're saying that it is, and that's how you start to have a new identity, a new self-concept come through. So this is a really fun one to play with. I am so satisfied sitting in my wish fulfilled. Yeah, because again, every moment's perfect, and it may seem like these are very, very similar, but it's that satisfaction again. And it's the satisfaction of sitting in the wish fulfilled, even though it may not physically be there yet in physical world. So it's the, I don't care that it's not there yet in the physical world, because you get so much enjoyment from the energetic and the mental part of it. That's delicious. You get that worked up like it was physically manifested, and then it physically manifests very, very quickly. I am living, experiencing life in my done deal, and I assume my desired outcomes fulfilled the moment I ask. And that's the ask and it is given. The moment that I ask, right? I feel it within me. That's that energetic again. And when you feel that beautiful sense of fulfillment and done dealness and satisfaction, it's going to take a whole lot to try to convince you that it's not. So this is another wonderful, powerful one. I am consciousness silently watching itself in an episode, waiting for me to tell what I need to act out my script. And I've said this before in my videos, the conscious me, right, is not the real me. The real me is the inner me. So this outside me is walking around the video game or the TV script show, and I'm letting the director and the producer know what else I need to make this believable, because I'm using my magical special skills to bring this all to life. So I never forget that I'm consciousness in a human body, right? I'm consciousness having a human experience. When I ask, I know that it is immediately given, and I begin to prepare for the arrival now of what I've asked for with excitement. And I call that the good faith effort. So whatever it is that I've asked for, just like when you order a pizza, you start to prepare, you get the kitchen, you get cleaned up, you get the dishes out, you let everybody else in the house know that the pizza's on its way. So it's sort of like that. When I ask, I move in good faith because I know it's coming, and I gotta prepare because it could happen just like that. I am the instrument that universal energy flows through to fulfill my heart's desires. And to fulfill consciousness, the expansion and the explosion of consciousness. Like, when you start to look at life that way, how could you not be excited? I am the conduit of deep appreciation that my universe conspires for me, and we are partners of satisfaction. And whenever I get too much in a character, or my mind wants to complain, or I feel stuck, or I feel overwhelmed, appreciation, going in and appreciation, going back again to how wonderful it is to be here now and get to play with all of this, really is a great assumption because it washes away all of the frustration, stress, anxiety, whatever else you would like to call it.
I always verify my choices are part of my done deal, and I make them in the now.
And what I mean by that assumption is that your jump off character, the one that decides, okay, there needs to be a change, and your done deal character, it's sort of like the starting line and the finish line. The version of you that's already living it thinks very, very different than the version of you that doesn't have it. So after I've chosen a done deal or a wish fulfilled and I'm about to make a choice, I always ask myself, which character am I operating from, the jump off or the done deal? So a quick example would be if I was doing a nutrition plan and I believe that the food is going to get me to my done deal and I'm coming up to a meal, I would ask myself, is this a meal that my done deal character would eat or the jump off character? And sometimes they're the same, but there's a lot of times where the done deal character is eating very differently than the jump off character.
Nothing is set in stone and can be changed in the new asking activation.
This is powerful because whatever is just is, and nothing is set in stone. Everything is malleable. Everything is changeable. This is such a wonderful, again, an assumption that brings you such amazing ease.
Activate. I activate my done deal when I ask in the now moment.
And as you know, activate, align, and anchor are the 3 tenets in the Invincible CEO universe. So in any 3-month program, we spend a whole month of activation. And it's just, I want this, I want this, I want this. And the only reason why you have to give a reason is that you want it. That's reason enough. And when you really understand activation, that you deciding this is something you want to experience is the worthiness and the enoughness that's needed for anything.
Align. I align with my done deal after I ask by taking action steps that show faith in the assumption of my wish fulfilled.
And we kind of already talked about that. So it's a reiteration that it's that preparedness, right? I really truly believe this is coming. So I'm going to start behaving in a way differently than to the version of me that doesn't have it.
Anchor. I anchor my received offering in deep appreciation once received and make it a reality default.
So it's not only received in physical reality, but it's also received. I got that inner confirmation, that sensation that my subconscious mind is on it and understands what it is that I want. But also then I make it a default in my reality so it becomes part of the template so that when I wake up in the morning, it's already there waiting for me. And that's something I go deeper in the foundational assumption course.
I know and stay in my done deal in solid faith and stubbornness until it is physically realized.
And this is that persisting in the wish fulfilled, because once I know that I've asked and I received the confirmation within myself that it is given, and I know and I identify with it so strongly, nothing in the outside world can come and tell me that I'm not going to get what I want, that it's too ridiculous, that somehow that I'm not allowed to have it, whatever it is. And I've had that come many, many times. And when I see that person or that situation comes up and tells me I can't have it, I dig in even deeper because I know it's about to pop. That's usually my sign. It's about to pop.
I'm enjoying this game of life and I intuitively know it is meant to be fun.
Pretty obvious.
I hope you enjoyed this video. I keep adding new assumptions to this every day. Feel free to use my assumptions, but I also suggest that you create your own and visit them every morning to remind yourself you are a powerful creator of your own reality. Please check out my other reality creation videos on this channel. With deepest appreciation, thank you for being here.
All right, so that was the video. It's on the channel. It's been on the channel. And I just walked you through, without making this video too long, all of those assumptions. So if you would like to learn how to activate, align, and anchor your own assumptions, you can create your own or you can borrow the ones that I've said here. You definitely want to get your hands on the Personal Energetic Foundational Assumptions course. Now, like I said, this is a name your price course. The link is in the description box below. If you want to give $1, that's fine. So not only in the course do we go over these one by one, and there's beautiful workbook and it teaches you how to activate, align, and anchor. And we suggest that you do one each day, but there's other foundational assumptions that go in much deeper. I think I have 12 of them up there and I'm adding more and more. So this is an ongoing live course. I highly recommend that you check it out. And again, if you're not already in our community, you'll get instant access to our community and our 3-day manifestation challenges. We have a new one coming up April 15th, 16th, and 17th. It is a 3-day challenge to revise your past. So thank you guys for staying to the end. I really, really deeply appreciate you. Sign up for the course, join the community, and let's get your foundational assumptions anchored in deeply, because again, this is an ongoing list. This list never ends, but you should have some really deep core ones so that you can say for self-concept, self-identity, you know who you are as a powerful manifester. And there are more, like I'm a master manifester, and all of our moments that we just did, manifest it with ease, manifest it fun. They're really core foundational assumptions that, again, because this list will never stop growing. So thank you so much. You can check out some other wonderful videos on the screen. I appreciate you coming here. Please like the video. Please feel free to share and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. And I look forward to seeing you in our amazing community and joining us for our April challenge. Because once again, all I ever want to do is see you win, win big, and win all the time. Thank you so much. Enjoy.